Welcome back. I have to admit I was not prepared for class to start yet. I had it in my calendar that classes started next week, so imagine my surprise when Jen and Allison called me at my office in the middle of the week to talk about homework assignments. Whoa! I'm up and running now and ready to jump back into another exciting semester. Our first assignment this week was to really drill down on our capstone research direction by first stating what our capstone problem is. My capstone problem stems from future problems that higher education will face. As we have discussed before, students today are more technology advanced than previous generations. Last semester, we decided that this meant higher education would have to increase their technology capabilities and begin to incorporate things like online classes, course blogs, and similar tools into their curriculum. This is where the problem arises. With so much focus being shifted towards the electronic and computer skills, there is a risk of sacrificing personal communication, interaction, and experience in education. Classrooms are being replaced by virtual spaces. Phone calls are being replaced by text messaging. But my question is, are students going to lose the social interaction skills necessary to be successful in the workplace? This puts the role of internships front and center in higher education. To counterbalance the massive shift towards technology, internships will be necessary to give students the personal and communicative skills necessary to be successful. My capstone will focus on new methods to introduce and expose students to internship experiences so that internships are accessible to a wider audience of students. The first research question I hope to answer is, how are students currently finding internships? Are they finding them through their colleges and universities? Are they finding them online, in the newspaper? Are they being contacted directly by companies? As we discussed last semester, you can't begin to change a culture until you understand the culture. Understanding the current methods of exposing students to internships will be important to changing this process. The second question I will ask and hopefully answer is, how can we utilize technology to market and promote internships in more effective ways? In our class, we've discussed that this new age of education is all about self-education. Students are no longer in the mindset to be told what to do, but instead they want to find answers themselves. Higher education institutions begin to take on more of a facilitator role than an authoritative role. Therefore, the approach to internships should adjust as well. Through mediums such as blogs and Facebook, students are able to share their own stories and ideas, and perhaps this is an area that can be further investigated as to ways in which higher education can communicate with students. While I understand how students today are using these resources, because I myself are using them, much of my research will focus on how these avenues can be successfully manipulated by education. And my final question, which is really my make it or break it question, is, after knowing all of this new information and redirecting the ways in which internships are promoted and discussed, will it even make a difference? If we make internships even more readily accessible through more social technology avenues, will students even care? I think this will be the hardest area to research because it's a question that will take a long time to answer. I don't know yet how to measure this question, especially within such a short time frame, but perhaps this is something that I will learn along the way in my research. So, all this research and internet surfing and blogging is going to take up a lot of my time, and it makes me wonder, what's in it for me? While my capstone is a project that I believe can truly be a positive impact on higher education, I am hopeful that my hard work will open a few doors for me as well. I believe that through this project I will become qualified to work directly with students. Whether it's through an admissions office, a student affairs office, an internship office, or a career services office, I think demonstrating to future employers that I know how to reach students on their terms and in their environment will be an invaluable skill to bring to any job I might have. Hopefully, this area expertise, coupled with my master's degree and prior work experience, will be right in line to jump into some type of director or assistant director's position as soon as I graduate.